worth anything.
Connor, thanks. 6:45 as we turn our attention to Washington this morning. Big news over the weekend. The White House planning to end legal status for about 500,000 people from places like Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela. Scripps News Group's Joe St. George live with us this morning in Washington to explain why this is such a big policy change and what could come next. Joe, good morning.
Good morning, Blaine. To some degree, we shouldn't be that surprised. The Trump administration, President Trump himself, campaigned on ending many Biden administration immigration policies. To backtrack just a bit, it's worth remembering what we're talking about here, because there's so many immigration moves. It's easy to not know what we're talking about. During the Biden administration, in an effort to curb the number of Venezuelans and Nicaraguans and Haitians that came to the southern border to declare asylum, the Biden administration put in place a policy that allowed for humanitarian parole, for them to basically apply for this in their home country and enter and come to the U.S. through a legally approved process. Many of these migrants went to Florida, for instance, we know, but in other parts of the U.S. as well. Springfield, Ohio, for instance, a very strong Haitian community that has been in the spotlight in recent months. In recent days, the Trump administration ending this program, giving these individuals basically 30 days to self-deport or run the risk of facing deportation from ICE and President Trump's deportation task force efforts. Over the weekend, the Department of Homeland Security, Blaine, saying that the Biden administration didn't properly vet these individuals, and this is why it was necessary to make this policy correction. This is one of several immigration moves we're watching out of Washington on this Monday morning. The other being a possible deal between the IRS and the Department of Homeland Security to increase information sharing during the deportation process. Traditionally, IRS information, tax data, names, addresses, that's previously been confidential, very secretive, hard to get access to. This would represent a big change and a big departure in current policy, and potentially give ICE another tool in their toolbox to carry out the directive from President Trump to have the largest deportation task force in American history. So a busy Monday already, Blaine, when it comes to immigration and the border and moves being made by the Trump administration.
And we know you will be watching it for us. Joe St. George with Scripps News Group live in Washington.
Like Kahalal, Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rakachonash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, the peace, sanitation, I'm doing his work in truth and sincerity in the four corners of the earth. All right, we're going to do this lesson, okay, just going into the current events. All right, seeing that Trump has got rid of these temporary, all right, status visas, okay, for you got Haitians, Cubans, Venezuelans, and Nicaraguans, man. All right, who was all given, temporary asylum, in the last, I believe, the last 5 years or something like that. A lot of them, post COVID, So that's all. That's the tribes right there. All right, that's Northern and Southern Kingdom. Okay, from Levi, all right, to Asher. Okay, and now they all about to be, not all of them, but Esau's gonna do his damnedest, to round them up, all right, and take them, all right, out of the country, man. All right, which this was a ploy, okay, from the beginning, man. Okay, because you people want to talk about left, right, this Democrat, this Republican, this and this bullshit, man. Hey, man, all these previous establishments, all right, are all under the same devil, man. Are all operate, all right, under the finger of the elite, all right. So this plan was corroborated, all right, before Biden, signed the shit in, man. Okay, let's create more destabilization, all right, and hurt the economy, even more. All right, we already got these companies shutting down. They can't find workers that we could pay, a suitable age. I mean, a suitable wage. All right, let's bring in all these immigrants, all at once. Give out all these damn visas, to where you could pretty much just quick trip your ass right through the border. All right, and that's how it was. That shit was orchestrated, man. All the tribes was coming through the border. All right, and they'll set you up. All you have to do was plead asylum. All right, and they'll give you temporary work status. Okay, and that shit went on for 4+ years. All right, they did all that shit. All right, to give this dude Donald T something to run on, man, something to target on. All right, but also this is gonna be a detriment, okay, to the U.S. economy, man. Because look at all the restaurants you go to. Look at all these fast food places all these people go to. Look at all the taco trucks. All right, who the hell do you think is operating inside of all of these restaurants and places, man, and fast food spots? All right, nothing but so-called illegal immigrants, man. Them the only ones that are so down on their luck that they have to apply for jobs like this, man. Cause I'm telling you, the minimum wage is still was it 7.55 in the United States? That shit ain't changed since I worked at fucking Chuck E. Cheese, man. I remember seeing that shit on the wall, when I was fucking what, 18, 19. I remember seeing the wage thing go up. That shit was like when I first had my first job, that shit was at like 6.55. All right. Then a year later, it went to like 6.75. Then a year later, it went to 6.25. Till eventually it got to 7.25. Till eventually it got to 7.55, man. Or is it? It might be 8.25 now. You know. But here it is. That was what, almost 15, 18 years ago. Okay, and shit is twice as expensive as it used to be when I was 17 years old, man. All right, 17, 18, man. When I was 18, you can go and get a 2-bedroom apartment. I no joke. I'm not joking, man. You can go get a 2-bedroom apartment in like 2011 in Houston. That wasn't even like in the ghetto like that. It was, the ghetto was around, but it wasn't ghetto. You could have got that shit for $450 a month, man, for a damn 2-bedroom, 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment at that. You know. So this is what we're talking about, man. This is the inflation that we're talking about. All right, the cost of living is ridiculous. You know, and the only ones that ain't hurting is the elites. All right, and them people that's at the top of the middle class, man. I mean, the tip top of the middle class, with all this fucking retirement, with all this money stocked up in the bank that was left from their previous generations. Them the only ones that's still, keeping their heads afloat. Everybody else is absolutely suffering, man. If you on that lower end of the middle class, you getting cooked right now, you know. And that's what Jake is at. Jake is on that lower level, the bottom level of middle class, man. Because Jake truly don't know what middle class is, man. I don't even consider you middle class if you ain't making less than, in America, in any part of America, you got to be making at least more than $150,000 a year in a household to be considered middle class, man. Okay, but back then, middle class was considered maybe, you made 70,000 a year, 65,000 a year. All right, that was kind of considered, lower level middle class, man. Okay, so people can't live off of these wages, man. You have to have illegal immigrants here, so-called illegal immigrants here at this point, man. You have to. It's a must. Otherwise, your business is gonna fail. All right, and that's what's gonna happen, man. When you see all these 500,000, all right, Jakes get deported up out of this country, but even before that, man, even before they get deported, it's already gonna be detrimental because these workers have work permits, man, and it's at least I think it's at least a good maybe 5 to 10 people, at my job now, maybe even more, because I don't be in the offices, man. You got Venezuelans and Colombians on that TPS system that work in your office. So it could be up to 20 people, that same day that shit that deadline, falls through, all right, you instantly are not able to be employed at your job. Okay, HR gonna go and they're gonna pull you from your job, man. All right, and say we can't pay you no more. All right, so that shit is gonna happen all throughout America, man. People that stuck their neck out, all right, and hired these which at the time period they weren't illegal immigrants, all right, because they had that TPS protection system, man. So you about to have a lot of people, missing a lot of their workforce, man. And good luck, trying to replace them, all right, with Americans, man. All right, good luck with that shit. Good luck telling, a guy that been on fucking YouTube all goddamn day, been on Instagram all day and TikTok, looking at fucking Hellcats, all right, or not even a Hellcat, looking at a Scat Pack, whatever the fuck these Jakes looking at, man. They all looking at the same shit now. Ain't no creativity no more. But they all want the same things, man. They want a big ass lifted truck, all right. They want a Mustang, or they want a Camaro. They want a nice car. They want a Cadillac or some shit, all right. And tell him for all his hard work, all right, and for dealing with niggas, because that's what you about to deal with working in these damn restaurants and shit. Violence, all type of drama and shit. To deal with all that, they're gonna pay your ass a damn $7 an hour, man. Okay, you think he gonna be eager to go and jump on that job, man? All right, to go and deal with all that calamity, man. And that ain't gonna get him no that ain't gonna pay the rent, cause rent ain't 425 no more. A one bedroom is damn near, oh my goodness. And we talking about from the rungs, from the lowest of the rungs out in Houston, man. The lowest you're gonna pay is 800 for a one bedroom. Unless you want to sleep with the rats and the roaches, you know. So who the hell gonna be eager to work? Who gonna be eager to move out of their parents' house? When they can't even fucking take care of themselves, man. All right. But see, this is checking the boxes for you Edomites, man, because you hate Jake. All right, so you don't give a shit. Deport their ass. That's how like, that's how these Edomites are thinking, man. But they not thinking of the longevity of this thing, man. All right, those a lot of them Jakes that came over here illegally prolonged this economy. All right, covered up all the holes and did all the patchwork. All right, to the holes in this economy, man. These companies not being able to pay workers a certain living wage. All right, it was a way around that. All right, and agriculture, growing the trees. Okay, even doing landscaping. You know, all them holes was patched by Jake coming over here, man. All right, and even Levi is caught up in this situation, man. Imagine if you got to go back to Haiti with Mr. Barbecue, man. And a lot of you Edomites are celebrating, the so-called white man is celebrating and shit. But boy, do you know what's coming down the line for your ass, man? Okay, like in that Purge movie, man, people were trying to jump over the border, to get out of America, man, because hell is coming to America. Okay, total chaos is coming to America, man. All right, so while you people are celebrating, man, you don't even know what the hell is down the pipe, man. All right, And you know the kingdom that came over here pompous as hell, trusting in Esau, man. Now you seeing who this devil really is. Okay, you don't give a damn about you, man. All right. He got fucking care less, man. All right. But that's all I had. Just a quick transit lesson. I just seen this, going off in the news. Esau celebrating this shit. But just know, Esau, your demise is coming. All right. Right now, you laughing. All right, and you mocking, man. But you won't be doing that when that calamity comes towards you, man. All the other nations of Israel are gonna laugh and mock at you. All right, in the time of your calamity. All right, but shalom.